the sorted one, and the free form. The sorted one is just a list of your different elements in your form, and the free form type allows you to position your fields wherever you like. You can add different elements, as you can see here, multi-field, radio buttons, and so on. Click them, and a window pops up where you add a label and a default value. You easily make it a required field just by clicking this checkbox. Save and open. This form is called test. And here we go. CloudHub Studio is responsive, so it adjusts itself to the device. And as you can see, if there isn't space for the free form to render correctly, it will then render the sorted option instead. So you can also always switch between these ones. To change the setting of your element, click the cog and do your modifications as required. This is also where you delete your elements or your fields. Let's take a look at one of the multi-value fields, such as the checkboxes. You just write your options with pressing enter, like this, and you can have a default value, just adding the default value, printing the same way as you have in the options field. So there you go. There are some things which happens when you have a form, such as the submit button. There is no submit button, it's always default. So there is no way you could customize it, or actually there is no simple way to change the label of the submit button. It's always there as default. As you can see, there's a submit button here. There are ways to work around that, but anyway, there are some things that happens when you submit the form. So, and this is something you could customize. So going in under more and form settings, we have different things what you can do under form settings. For example, show the title of the form, show it in the application menu, because form is part of the web application. You can hide the title of the form once it renders, if you don't want to show the name of the form. You could add email notifications, so to be notified when someone submits data using the form. When you click the save button, you could redirect to something in the application, like another form or a view. You can redirect the user to a specific URL, or you could just show a text like this: "Thank you, we appreciate your contribution." Okay. So, like this, "Thank you." Forms could be included in other web applications outside of the CloudHub Studio web application, just a simple form, like a contact form on your web page. So under Embed and Share is where you find information how to do that. Here is just a link to the form. Here is also a link to the view, to the results once you post your form. Here's a QR code to the form itself. Here is the code if you want to embed this form outside of CloudHub Studio. Just copy and paste this into your whatever web application or web page. And the form will be embedded as part of that, seamlessly embedded actually. Other settings under more is the view results. So here you can see that it says submits. This can be accessed from elsewhere as well. And this is also where you delete the form. You have an overview of the form under the Forms tab. So this is test, and here you can see the number of posts, the last week activity, and you can also create a custom view. This is something called a view, where all the data is being presented, that's being posted. But you can also create a custom view. So that's it, that's Forms.